Hello everybody, welcome to another User Choice Saturday stream. For those of you who didn't see it, I've taken a liking lately to putting up like little straw polls for what I should play on my streams because, hey, look, Nick Fury, woo! I forgot that he's the next hero. So I've been putting up straw polls for what I should play during my streams, and today's was Marvel Heroes, selected by you, the users. All of you and your faces. So essentially today we still have the St. Patrick's Day stuff going on, which means that we get bonus XP and we get all the vendor items and all sorts of crazy stuff. So it should be fun. And I'm still working on my Cosmic Beast. So it takes so long, you guys. It takes so long. So very long. And incidentally, if you all haven't done so already, be sure that you enter into my Black Bolt giveaway. Because giving away the Black Bolt Hero Pack, it's pretty sweet. Pretty super sweet. So, yeah, I'm excited. Sorry, I got an important text here. I apologize. I apologize. Okay, it wasn't as important as I thought. Whew. Don't panic, people. Calm down. Breathe. Yeah, enter the Black Bolt giveaway if you haven't done so already. I'll put in a link on the chat thing. But suffice to say, I hope that you all had a good week, a good time. My week was tremendously stressful. I should say it was unusually stressful. Normally my weeks are stressful, but this one was particularly bad. But I hope that you all had good weeks. And look, see, Retro Zero and Martha Win are already here. Holla at you both. Great to have you, as always. Hope that you had good weeks. And I hope that you voted in my little thing. Incidentally, I'm curious, did either one of you vote in my little straw poll for what I should play? Honestly, I'm just curious if people do it because, you know, like if people don't do it or they don't really care about it, then I'll just like randomly pick a game to play. Because the whole point is that I want people to, you know, like have their thoughts heard and whatnot. But if people don't really care too much, then I'm like, okay, well, then meh. Hey, look, it's Rev! Okay, good. We had a couple people vote. Awesome. Yeah, I'm always just curious about that kind of stuff. And same thing like with doing the giveaways and things. Giveaways are always fun. But yeah, so the Black Bolt one goes until like tomorrow midnight Pacific time. So basically like midnight Monday morning, essentially. I know, it's very confusing. Time zones are terrible. But yeah. Rev, I'm surprised that you didn't that you didn't try to get me to play what's it called? Injustice. That's the one. I kept wanting to say Infamous, but I was like, no, that's the other game. Breath of the Wild would have carried the Electoral College. Even though it got fewer popular votes. Oh my god, you guys, I saw the most hilarious article the other day. You guys know I don't talk about politics and stuff like that, but it was a hilarious article in the New York Times where it said that, oh, I'm trying to remember the exact wording on it, but it was like Republicans dealt a punch to healthcare to their own face. I was just like, ha 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 ha. It's like, it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on, it's just a funny thing. It's just hilarious. That's kind of how I feel about it too, Rev. Like, the thing is with most like fighting games and stuff, like, I mean, I'm not really that interested in watching it unless if somebody is like tremendously good at it, then I would be like, whoa, holy crap. So like I've watched the really high level what's it called? The like the tournaments and stuff like that for like Street Fighter and Tekken and all those kinds of things, and it's really freaking impressive. But for like just some weirdo like me, it's just kind of like meh. Papa Roach sick burn. I have not heard anything about Papa Roach since like the early 2000s because I live in regular society. So no, I don't know what you're talking about there, Rev. I'm sorry. Oh. And that's the thing. If any of you guys have watched me attempt to stream fighting games, you know that I'm really terrible at fighting games. But at least like with the FPSs, I see the appeal because you never know what's going to happen. Whereas like with fighting games, sure, it's kind of the same thing. But again, it has to be pretty high level play for it to be interesting. Otherwise, it's just kind of like meh. Like, especially with me, you know, because I suck. And that's what I keep telling you guys. Like, I will happily play Counter-Strike at some point, and you guys can see the extreme extent of my suckage on that game. Incidentally, does anybody want to do a raid in Marvel? I have not done a raid in a really long time. And all I've been doing is leveling Cosmic Beast. Does anybody want to join for a raid? I would be happy to go into one. Well, tell Rev that I'm not bad, Retro. Because I'm terrible at Injustice. But no, like seriously, I am notoriously bad at fighting games. If ever you guys want to beat me at some kind of a video game, challenge me to a fighting game. Nice, Soul Calibur 2. I actually was not terrible at Soul Calibur. I still have the Soul Calibur where they had Link. It was the one, I think it was on GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. And they had Link as a special playable character because it was Nintendo. And I was actually pretty good at that. It was not bad. The only game tournaments I've ever won have been like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Because I'm actually pretty good at Rock Band and Guitar Hero. That I can play. The problem is it's really weird to stream. It's really awkward to stream it. I tried to do it during my my marathon, what, a year ago? Just over a year ago. And it just, the way I set it up didn't work. I'd be able to set it up now because I know what I need to do, but I don't think it's worth it because nobody cares about Rock Band anymore. Hey, look, boxing competition. Ah, where'd it go? Boxing competition. Fun. I wonder what that's a reference to. I don't see anything that says Murdoch on it. Free to all. Oh, don't talk about it. Oh, it's Fight Club. Oh, that's funny. Oh, shh. Sorry. I'm not supposed to talk about it. Shh. I apologize. Don't tell Brad. But either way. I mean, there are some games that I'm pretty good at. The other things that I'm not terrible at are, what's it called, like RTS games. RTS, I've played since I was a kid, and I've always loved them, and I've always been pretty good at them. I was fancy enough that I've got, what's it called, Age of Mythology, and I was in like an online guild for Age of Mythology players for like the longest time. And we were like a multiplayer competitive group thing. It was never anything official because this was back when like we literally had dial-up. I mean, it was terrible. But this was when I was living far away. So we didn't really have an option for dial-up. We didn't even have an option for DSL until I left to go to college. Tells you how far away we were from everything. But yeah, that was fun. And even now, I love Civilization. I don't have Civ 6. I still want to get it. It's on my wish list. People, the problem is that I have such a problem with game ratings now. Like, it's so freaking frustrating. Because no matter what you read, no matter where it comes from, everybody always raves about everything now. Whether it's IGN or Kotaku or anywhere. I mean, the only place that you can get semi-honest feedback are from the really crazy people like Angry Joe. And the thing is, I don't want to watch or read all of that because it takes too long and they genuinely seem angry about playing video games for a living. Just like, I don't want to deal with that type of thing. I just want some information about the game, but it's really difficult to find things that are unbiased. Not to mention that if you find somebody who's unbiased and heaven forbid they say something bad about a game, then all of the fanboys and girls flip the F out. Yes, that's who I was thinking of, Jim Sterling. All the time. All the time. Like, look at what happened with the Breath of the Wild thing. He gave it, what, like a 7 out of 10? And everybody flipped out. It's like, why? That is a good score. I don't know. Either way, it's unfortunate and it's frustrating for me, but should stream Sim 5. I could do that. I actually did that. I did that as part of my marathon. And the problem that I have with Sim 5 as a stream is that when I play, I tend to be a little bit more micromanagey than most people. So it gets really boring for people watching. And that's why I have to play like on the high speed and all that kind of stuff. So stuff actually happens quickly. Because otherwise it's just like meh, whatevs. But yeah. I don't know. And incidentally, I'm always just curious what you guys would like to see me stream. Because, you know, I mean, I've been doing streams for what? About 2 years now? More than that. Now I'm curious. That is true. That is very true. Nintendo fans specifically are very, very picky about that. Well, and that's why, like, a lot of people were kind of worried about Beauty and the Beast, is because there was actually an NPR story about how beloved Beauty and the Beast is and how freaked out some of the producers of the live-action movie were. Because they weren't really changing the core story, but they were adding to it. Kind of like what they did with The Killing Joke. And the thing is, The Killing Joke didn't really bomb, but it also wasn't really well received by the fans. You know, with the whole thing with Barbara. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it, but you guys know I'm not a huge comic person, and I'm not, you know, like, grrr, give me the same thing or give me death, you know, type of thing. But yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, Retro, that Nintendo fans particularly are notorious for their defense of the franchise. I would argue that Halo does that to an extent. Although at this point, like Halo, Call of Duty, those things have become such multiplayer related things that nobody really cares about any other gameplay aspects. At least with Link and Metroid and Mario and things like that, they're still primarily going to be single player. At least I hope. If they become multiplayer, then I know all the fanboys are going to freak out. Incidentally, I'm not planning on getting a Switch. I still don't have an Xbone. I still don't have a PS4. I'm still stuck on last generation. Don't ruin Beauty and the Beast. How would I ruin Beauty and the Beast? What do you mean ruin it? Full playthrough of Dust. That would be cool. That would be awesome. Did I finish Dust? I believe I finished up Dust. And it was, oh my god, it's amazing. Did I do Mark of the Ninja on stream all the way? I know I did most of Mark of the Ninja on stream. Oh man, that's another really cool one. But that's the thing, like with Beauty and the Beast, the point of the story was that they did a wonderful job of it, and it's absolutely incredible, and it's been so well received, and everybody loves it. When it very easily could have gone the whole Jim Sterling Breath of the Wild review, and you know, it gets an 8 out of 10, and everybody flips out because all the fanboys and girls are like, "Oh my god, it's the most amazing ever!" Or vice versa, where it's like there was There was a post that I saw on, I want to say it was Reddit, it probably was, where somebody made bar stools that were based off of Nuka-Cola caps from Fallout, and somebody commented on them saying like, oh, the logo looks like it's bolded when it's not supposed to be, and the bar stools look too new. They should be distressed if they're going to be right. But, I mean, it's clear that you just don't know the game well enough. And it's just like, seriously, dude? Seriously, you're going to talk like that? Like, those things look gorgeous. Just shut your face hole. Like, they are absolutely amazing. But there's always going to be things that people are going to complain about no matter what, essentially. I just think it's ridiculous. I need to get better tight shorts. Shh, prestige squirrel girl. Yeah, I know that I played it quite a bit. I do know that I finished the game. I don't think I finished Dust on stream. I think I finished it off stream. But oh, you know what else would be good is Ori and the Blind Forest. That's another really fun one. I've not finished that one yet. I think I streamed it just once or twice, but it's another really, really awesome one. He's on a rant. I am on a rant. I don't know what even started this. It started with me talking about fighting games, and now I've gotten into like discussing Nintendo fandom. Because hashtag Faulkner. If any of you get that reference, you all are like my best friends now. Just FYI. Incidentally, I am legitimately curious if any of you understand that reference. But no, it's... I mean, I'm sorry, I know. I don't mean to rant and ramble about things, but still. I think it's important. And I had a video talking about all this stuff. My whole AAA games video. And it's funny because I made that video... Oh, when was that? 2.5 years ago almost at this point? Maybe closer to 3 years. It's been a long time since I made that thing. And it was hilarious because just a couple weeks ago, somebody commented on it saying, like, why didn't you talk about Witcher 3? And I was just like, well, because it wasn't released at the time. I don't even know if it was announced at the time that I had been playing or that I was doing the video. My video game vids. Wait, which video game vids? I haven't done many. But either way, thanks, Rev. I thought the last video game thing I did was on my VR stuff. I've been ranting and rambling about video games and board games and things. But that's all I can think of. No. Well, thanks very much, Rev. I'm glad that you like them. It's nice because it's kind of funny where, like, sometimes with my board game things, then, like, I'll be at work or I'll be on the train or something, and I'll just think of, like, 8 different videos that I want to do, so I just real quick, like, email myself a bunch of these ideas so that I know what I can do. And it's like some weeks I'll record, like, 3 videos because I just, like, think of everything I want to say and how to split it. And then other times it's like, you know, it's like Sunday afternoon and I'm like, oh crap, I need to record a video for this week. So it's a little bit random as to how it works sometimes. That's not what it's called, Rev! It's not what it's called! But seriously, like, it's something that's bugged me. So I wanted to talk about it. It's my channel, so I talk about whatever I want. And I mean, more importantly, the whole idea is that I just want people to understand where I'm coming from with it. And I know already I've got like not I think it's like 5 or 6 comments already on this video I posted just like last night, which I love. And that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing the YouTubes and the streaming and all this kind of stuff. That's one of the reasons why I got into this, is because it's a great way for me to interact with people. Because like people will leave comments and I can respond back, and they can say, "Oh, can you do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." You know, things like that. So it's a little bit less stressful. Same thing like with streaming. Like, yeah, it's like I'm talking to you guys, but we're not having a conversation, strictly speaking. But either way, it's cool, and it's really one of the reasons why I like doing the videos, and I'm always ecstatic when people comment on them, regardless of what it is. I mean, it's whether it's positive or negative comments or a combination of both. I really love hearing from people, just to hear what they have to say. Oh, I know, Rev. I know you're really good about that. You tend to be one of the first people. And one of the things I love, particularly with the board game stuff, is that I mean, most of my fans obviously have different experiences than I have, and some of them have been playing board games for literally 5 or 6 decades. I'm just like, holy crap. Yeah, it's always good to help the algorithms, because it's always nice to get more fans. It's always nice to get more people. I'll go ahead and grab the Saturn. It's one of the really cool things is the more fans and everything that I get, the better it is for me and my channel and stuff, and the more visible I get, which is always nice. Not to mention the fact that now I can do like my some little giveaways and stuff like that. It's always nice. But irregardlessly, I gotta think of some good stuff to put in for Monday's stream. Maybe I'll do another straw poll for. Let's see, what can we do? We can do like Civ 5. We can do Breath of the Wild. Maybe do Dust. I don't know. I don't want to pick too many things, because I normally get like less than a dozen votes. So I don't want it to be. I don't want there to be too many options, essentially. Nice! You got On the Brink. Awesome. I was really debating, because there are a bunch of people. I'm a member of a Facebook group for Board Game Geek, and people are posting like all the random good deals and stuff they get, and plus like Barnes and Noble and Target has like clearance racks that they fill up every once in a while. So you can potentially get board games for like 75% off. I know the way that what's it called? The way Barnes and Noble does it is it starts off at 25% off, and then they do 50% off, and then they do 75% off, and then it's just like $1 each or $2 each or something when they do clearances. So if you're lucky, you'll get, you know, games like Istanbul or Pandemic or whatever for $2. I picked up the game Vikings for like $5 from them, because it was like 75% off or whatever. But yeah, I've been debating about trying to hit up some of the clearance racks. I just haven't had time, unfortunately. But they sometimes have some really amazing board games. They had Kahuna for like 10 or 15 at one point. I didn't get it. They had Istanbul for like 20. I should have gotten it. I really should have. But that's not even including the FLGS. FLGS tends not to do sales, unfortunately. But either way, that's awesome that you picked up On the Brink. I always say that is definitely my favorite expansion for what's it called, for Pandemic. And I will often say, and honestly I do mean it, that I tend not to play Pandemic unless it has at least On the Brink. Because it just makes the game so much better. It really does. It's kind of like with what's it called, King of Tokyo and the Power Up expansion. I actually don't have the Powered Up expansion, but I played with a friend's copy a long time ago, and then I played with mine afterwards. And I was like, wow, this sucks, because I was like, I need Powered Up. It really does make a huge difference. See, now I want to stop by some of these stores on my way home, so I can see if there's good sale stuff. Yeah, Board Game Geek, they'll have those things. And actually on the Board Game Geek website, there's an entire forum dedicated to different sales in like all over the world. And people will post like, hey, this particular thing has like so many copies of whatever it is. It's pretty awesome. I need more board games. Oh, on that note, Star Wars Rebellion is on sale, you guys. Oh my god. I want to buy it so badly. I seriously almost bought it yesterday, but then I was like, no, I gotta save money. It's on sale on Amazon for like 65 bucks, and normally it's like 80 there. On cool stuff, it's normally like around 70. But you know, with the free Prime shipping, you know, it's effectively like $15 less than cool stuff. So I was just like, oh, because it's Rebellion. I'm like, I want it so bad. I want it so badly. Oh, Takenoko. Takenoko is adorable. I love that game. It really is. It's so cute. And it's so there's Takenoko, and then there's crap, what's it called? I can't remember now. It's another game. The name, it looks similar to Takenoko. But it's like the idea is that you're on vacation and you're trying to like get pictures of landscapes, and you got to go to the inns and eat. So like in Takenoko, you're trying to feed a panda bear a bunch of bamboo, and you have like little plastic bamboo that you stack up, and it's really adorable. God, what's the other one called? It's another game that starts with a T, and I can never remember what it is. Because I always think Pseudo, but that's just the game of the path. That's really simple. Yeah, crap, I can't remember what it's called. It's going to bug me now. Oh, you got Terror in Meeple City. Oh my god. Terror in Meeple City is so much fun. Anytime where you literally get to like use your breath weapon and like chuck your pieces at the board is okay in my book. Just like, oh my god, for my birthday I got a copy of Cash and Guns Yakuza, which is freaking amazing because it's like not only is it out of print, but everybody like is trying to sell it for like $90 or $100 or somewhere around there. Like, it's not really collectible, but it's such a fun expansion for Cash and Guns. Tokaido! That's the one. Thank you. See, I always get those two confused. Yeah, Tokaido. And so Tokaido is one that's been on my list for a while. But either way, I do apologize. I keep talking about board games when I'm like streaming Marvel Heroes here. Right now, we've actually got the what's called Odin's Bounty event is active right now, which is pretty freaking sweet. So it means that I can get a decent amount of XP. I made it to 50, you guys. We're at 50. This is big. This is a big thing. So actually, let's go ahead and do what's it called? Let's go ahead and do a giveaway for you guys. See, look at this. I die because I'm trying to start a giveaway for you guys. So let's do a keyword. So the keyword is going to be 50, 50. 50 is the keyword. And this will be for either a giftable fortune card or one of the boosts. Either the, I guess just the XP boost is the only one that's 100. So one of those things. Hang on, my little thing is failing to load here. Let me see here.
We will usher in true utopia.
Sorry, guys. I gotta get my, I gotta get this thing to work. Oh, road. Oh, that is fun. That is a fun factoid. And it makes perfect sense for the game. Why isn't this working? For some reason, my giveaway thing is not working. I don't know why. Let me see if it still works. I'll still activate the keyword and see if it counts the entries. So the keyword is 50, the number 5050. See, you guys, I keep dying for you. Oh my god, incidentally, I'm so excited because today I decided I'm going to get a new phone. I can't wait. Because my phone is a POS. I got it as like a warranty replacement for my Nexus. I loved my Nexus so much. I was so sad when I had to get rid of it because I had like the most amazing phone case and I can't use it now because I have a stupid fake Samsung Galaxy and it's like a piece of junk. I can't stand this stupid phone. It's only got like 5 gigs of memory and it's expandable, but it's not linkable memory. So I had to like delete most of the apps that I use every day. Which makes you think about how many apps I use. It's ridiculous. Nobody's entering my giveaways. I'm so sad. Oh god. You saw Twilight Imperium? That's insane. You know, at the FLGS that I go to all the time, or at least most of the time, there's a lone copy of what's it called? Fortune and Glory that they have had literally since I have been going there. I'm guessing it's the same one. I don't know if it's actually the same copy, but I'm assuming it is. And I mean, sometimes I've been tempted to get it, but then I'm just like, Danny, don't be an idiot. Don't buy that. It's ridiculous. Let me see if it took those. Okay, cool. So the chat, it's working now. For some reason, on the little giveaway thing, the chat was not loading up properly. I don't know why. So I keep forgetting to re-roll this. School's out for summer. Blah, blah, blah. School's out forever. Sorry. Man, I haven't played Twilight Imperium in years. I actually been lucky. There's a buddy of mine that I met at board gaming. Actually, we met somewhere else, but it turned out we both really like board games. And he and I have met up, not quite once a month, but maybe like once every couple months or so. And we play Twilight Struggle. If any of you saw it, that was the what I posted last weekend. Like this, that was the longest game of Twilight Struggle that we've had thus far. Oh god, I love it. I love Twilight Struggle so much. It's a great game. I've actually been debating doing like a review and demo thing for it. I love that. I picked up the car and then I put it back on top of her. And she's like, thanks, I'm okay now. See, like I put it back on top of her and she's fine. She's all good. See, now that I blew it up, it's not a problem. If you blow it up before you rescue her, it's, you know, a big hooey. Yeah, I really wanted to do the demo for Twilight Struggle. It would just take really long, incidentally. Let's see, who all do we have? We've got Adam, we've got Dolia, we've got Gendragon. Gendragon, haven't seen you in a long time. Ghostblade, awesome name. We've got Gozor Dizzle. That's a super cool name. That's a super cool name. We got Jack Flip. We've got Merthwin. We've got... what is that? Honorlin? Sorry, I can't pronounce it. And then we've got Retro and Rev. Look at that. We got a nice crowd going here. It's great to see all of you. The car is therapeutic. I can see that, like a Freudian psychologist trying to help somebody trapped in a burning car. Are you sure that it is the car that is trapping you and not the thoughts of your own mother? Yes, I'm inside of a burning car! Be hilarious. Incidentally, I don't know when I'm going to do the drawing. I guess we'll do it not after this boss wave, but the next boss wave. We'll go ahead and do the drawing for the 50, the 50 keyword or key number, since that is the level at which I am. Ooh, X23 Thing or Storm. That is honestly a tough call. I personally am not a big fan of Thing, so I would vote no on Thing. But Storm is basically playing on easy mode, so you can certainly do that if you wish. X23 I actually really like. I like the acrobaticness. She's really fun. Who was that? Somebody did a thing. Guys, there's too many stimuli. Who is that? Ultra Lord, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I would personally go with X23 Jackflip, just because, like, for me, she's a lot more fun. She's actually somewhat similar to Beast in terms of you're always just jumping and moving and like wah 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 type of thing. And in that way, she's a tremendously fun character to just jump around and play as. It's really good. That's what I would recommend anyway.
Rather than money or objects, give me truth. Mind your hands, Rogue. I don't think blue fur suits you.
Ooh, I would definitely go with Scarlet Witch. Who is that? Who's that? Jack Flip, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, I would definitely go with Scarlet Witch. She's way more fun. So I've actually got the fancy Scarlet Witch enhanced costume with Wiccan. And Wiccan, like, it changes all of the things from the crimson to blue. So, it's kind of whatever your preference. But I really like it. I think Rev actually got me that costume. It may have been Retro Zero. I'm really sorry. I don't remember who it was, but I'm pretty sure it was one of you. But yeah, Scarlet Witch I always have a blast with. She's another one of those, like, basically easy mode AoE devastation characters. But still a lot of fun to play. That is true. She is pretty squishy. She is pretty squishy. Although, like, if you're comparing Scarlet Witch and Invisible Woman's pretty squishy too. Not as squishy, but still pretty squishy. Alright, so we've got about a minute and a half left before the next boss wave. So at the end of that boss wave, I'll be doing the drawing for the 50 key number, so 50. So all you got to do is type in 50 into the chat and you're entered in, and then we'll randomly pick a winner. So very exciting stuff. Very exciting. It's true, she does go invisible, but so does Rocket Raccoon. If you use that ability. Because like his movement ability turns you invisible. I mean, just like Psylocke does, and what's his name? Nightcrawler has one that does that as well. I mean, it's a lot of people have that, but again, I mean, to each their own. To each their own. I am personally just not a fan of Invisible Woman, and especially compared to Scarlet Witch, much prefer Scarlet Witch, much. It's like I always tell people, Nightcrawler is my favorite Marvel character of all time. I absolutely adore him, and he is my favorite. But like in the game, he kind of sucks. He really, really does. He is not fun to play. And actually, the other thing too is, if you guys want, I will reiterate the invitation. If anyone wants to go on a raid, let me know, because that would be like a nice way to sort of break up the stuff here. I can do Mr. Sinister after this. So after we're done with Hood here, I'll go ahead and do the drawing for the 50 key number. Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic was okay. I mean, like when you talk about the Fantastic Four, my problem with that is the fact that literally the very first character I ever played as was Human Torch. So it's not a fair competition, because I had a blast leveling him because he was the first character that I ever leveled. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I didn't really have much fun with Mr. Fantastic, other than his visual stuff looks funny. I really didn't have a great time with any of the Fantastic Four personally. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy, absolute blast. Tons of fun. Defenders, lots of fun. X-Men, generally okay. Few of them, kind of meh. Let's see, who are the others? Avengers. I mean, the Avengers, there's so freaking many of them. But, like, most of the Avengers, pretty good. I'm just trying to think who else. I mean, unless you count those freaking, like, Great Lakes Avengers, those guys suck. They're absolutely horrible. Let me think. Oh, God, Blade. Blade is terrible. Blade is just terrible in general, though. So, like, Cable, absolute blast. Captain America, really, really solid. Lots of fun. Captain Marvel, meh. Kind of forgettable for me. Colossus, lots of fun. Cyclops, pretty good. Pretty good, not great, but some pretty unique powers. Daredevil, really good after he had his revamp months ago. Maybe about a year ago at this point. Deadpool, after he got his review, lots of fun. Doctor Doom, he was fun from the get-go. Doctor Strange, good, but very, very difficult. I did not have an easy time playing as him. Elektra, no. Emma Frost, not really. Gambit, pretty good. Mostly VFX is awesome. Ghost Rider, same thing. Really awesome VFX, but character itself, yeah. Hawkeye, okay, unique, decent amount of fun. Hulk is nice because one of the few really honestly burly tanky characters. Human Torch, like I said, I'm a little bit biased because he was literally my very first character, but still pretty fun. Iceman, really fun because he makes snowmen, and that's hilarious. Invisible Woman, like I said, meh. Iron Fist, really, really fun. Lots and lots of fun. He's a really good hero. Iron Man, run-of-the-mill for me personally. He's strong, but as far as just leveling and playing, kind of meh. Green Goblin, pretty fun. Having the glider and the pumpkin bombs, pretty cool. Jean Grey playing on easy mode. Juggernaut, well, he had a unique mechanic. Now Beast has stolen it with the momentum. But he was really fun. Kitty Pryde, awesome. Love having the little pet dragon. Hilarious. Super fun. Oh yeah, so the ES crates, that is compensation for the stash tabs that we received but couldn't use because we already had them. So yeah, that's what that's for.
That Johnny Storm. I like the guy. Sometimes I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, essentially it's just like, sorry we messed that up, you guys. Here's some awesome stuff. So yeah, because the problem was we got stash tabs that like us fancy veterans were unable to use because we already had those stashes. And so to compensate us, they just gave us the like a bunch of ES. I'm still hoping to get something like really, really good from these things. I haven't yet. No way! Is this what I think it is? Ah, it's not. It's still cool. I'm totally keeping that. That's really cool. Because hashtag Doctor Strange. It's unfortunately, it's not what I thought it was. Because the one I was thinking of is a Dark Dimensions specific thing that you can get. It's really cool. But unfortunately, it's not that. But still, it's pretty good. And I'm happy to have it. I'm so sad. I keep hoping that I'm going to get some of the rare drops from these shield boxes, but I haven't. Because you can get heroes and costumes from them. But I've yet to see any. Keep talking about heroes. Okay, yeah, I can go back where I was. I just wanted to get that done. Actually, and let's roll to see who wins. And the winner is Adam. Congratulations. Now you got a new thing, right? Or is your IGN the same? Just let me know in the chat. Oops, I dropped my amiibo. See, look, I got the Link amiibo. Pew, 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 pew. That is a lot of ES. That is ridiculous. Jen Dragon said hi. Hi, Jen Dragon. Okay, where was I? Right, talking about heroes. Let's see here. Angela was a little bit meh for me. She's got the ribbons, which is unique to her, certainly, but it's not enough to make me super interested in her. Ant-Man, kind of the same thing. He's got some interesting quirks, but there's nothing that's really like, whoa, about him. Okay. Black Bolt, I only got him to level 10 because I haven't unlocked him, but he was pretty fun for what little I played as him. And he's very unique because the voiceover work was super easy for him because he only has like 3 lines and it's related to his powers because that's his ability as an Inhuman. Let me see. I'm your hero. Why am I your hero, Juk? Okay, and that was... What was it? Was it Hero Matrix? Something like that? Adam, you'll have to remind me. I apologize. And do let me know what you want as well. Black Cat, terrible. Absolutely terrible. No fun. Black Panther, forgettable. Not great. Black Widow, same thing, kind of forgettable. I'm curious how Nick Fury and her are going to compare because I have a feeling they're going to be very similar. I went through most of these already. Where did I stop? Kitty Pryde, Dragon, awesome, fun. Luke Cage, pretty good, pretty interesting with the combo system. I like it. I like the way that he plays. He's and not to mention the fact that he's burly. So he's got the tank going for him, so he's got good survivability. Loki, pretty fun because you've got some really unique powers, a lot of like ice powers and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. Magic summoning with the Demons of Limbo type of thing, really cool, really cool. Magneto, I love his scrap system. I think they did a great job with Magneto in terms of how he works and how he's got like sort of a constant attack thing going and he picks up metallic parts and pieces from the enemies he defeats. Really cool. Love what they did with that. Moon Knight, very unique in that when he gets lower on health, he actually does more damage with some of his attacks. So one of his powers actually reduces him down to 1 health so that you can do maximum damage. For the longest time, Moon Knight was the highest single target damager. He might still be. Certainly he's still in like the top 10% at minimum, if not like top 5%. Mr. Fantastic, again, forgettable, not great. Nightcrawler, love the character, not implemented in a great way because of the way that the movement works now. Just not so much fun. Nova, I was kind of surprised by because I really enjoyed him. He's got a unique aspect to him where you sort of like plant little bombs and then you explode them later on type of thing. And he's got like his really quick like type of movement powers and stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, bent fork is unique. But no, I really do. I really enjoy Moon Knight, Rev. I really liked him. He's one of the few characters that I have really well geared. Punisher, I like the ammunition system. I like the way that they did that and how you actually have to reload his guns. So he's pretty fun. He's a fun hero to play. Psylocke, okay, but relatively forgettable. For me, she was very similar to Nightcrawler, and I already had Nightcrawler. Rocket, love Rocket. Awesome. Playing on easy mode. Just summon a bunch of turrets and let them do the work for you. Rogue, arguably the most unique character in the entire game because you literally get your powers from other characters. That is how she works. If you guys have not seen it, I can go and I can show it to you later. That is true. Moon Knight has no AoE whatsoever. He is all single damage. Or a single target. Silver Surfer, for me, forgettable. Not really too exciting. She-Hulk has a combo system similar to Luke Cage. Okay, but I played her afterwards. So for me, very, very similar. And I like Luke Cage a little bit more in terms of how his system functions and like doing the finishers and stuff. Daredevil does something with the combo system as well, but I think he's a lot more smooth with how things are implemented. Spider-Man is another one of these very acrobatic jump, 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 crazy, crazy type of thing. And lots of fun. Squirrel Girl is just terrible. Storm, playing on easy mode, AoE. Star-Lord, love him. He's got the element gun, and you can use it for all sorts of different stuff, and you can call down the ship to blow guys up. Lots and lots of fun. Lots of AoE, and a good variety in his capabilities. Taskmaster, unique in the sense that he's copying other heroes, but bad in the sense that he's copying other heroes, because that means he's kind of boring. Thing, really boring, didn't have fun, just a brute. Not really very exciting. Ultron, fun. He has very viable summons with a unique mix that you can do of short and long range. Very, very cool. Iceman does something similar where you can have short or long range depending. Thor, okay, but kind of boring. It's just, he's got a unique secondary thing called, I think it's Odin Force, if I'm not mistaken, but he's just not very interesting as leveling. Just not very fun. Venom, very cool. Balance between his health and his primary resource, Ichor. And the idea is that all of his powers will either spend health and regenerate Ichor or vice versa. So really, really cool. There's a lot of different ways that you can play him. Vision, for me, pretty forgettable. He's got an interesting density thing going where you can be a heavy dense, highly dense, or lightly dense, but it's like kind of stance dancing a little bit. And it just didn't work for me personally. I think they implemented it well, but I just didn't really enjoy playing as the character too much. Let's see here. Scarlet Witch, like I already said, lots of fun. You got summons, you've got huge AoE, all sorts of stuff. War Machine, kind of Punisher-esque, but just I just didn't have a lot of fun with him. Lots of AoE, not a whole lot of strong single target hits, just not very fun. Winter Soldier, somewhat similar to Black Widow in terms, like Black Widow plus Punisher type of thing. The nice thing with him is he's got some cool melee close combat stuff and ranged. So pretty cool in that sense. Wolverine, interesting in the sense of very, very melee focused, and you've got decent AoE, you've got really simple power rotations. So he's easy to play and actually does a decent amount of damage. And then X-23, it's basically Wolverine, but more acrobatic. So lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Let me see here. Where was I? See, I left out a bunch of stuff. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and do this first before I forget. There's Hero Matrix and an XP boost. There you go. Congratulations.
Magneto is a
Yeah, exactly. So Retro Zero knows what he's talking about, right? Because so he's referring to Moon Knight, where Moon Knight literally has a single AoE attack, and it's just bad. It's not fun. Oh, that's right. I promised I would show you guys Rogue, real quick.
We finally going? 'Cause we got a
So
lot to do and
Rogue is a 600 ES cost character, and with good reason, because again, the interesting thing with her is that you steal powers from other characters, and that is how she functions. That is what she does. That is how she works. And it's freaking insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. So every single hero in the game, every single major bad guy in the game has a unique power that Rogue can steal. And it's absolutely incredible. The amount of work that went into building this character is amazing. And the different abilities that you can have and how she can function is truly impressive. It really, really is. But yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it. Yeah, her ult kind of sucks. That is true. That is very true. But I hope that helps. I don't remember who asked about it. Who asked about going through the rest of the characters. Jack Flip. There you go. Hope that helps out a little bit. Just going through them. And again, that's just one man's opinion. You can take it or leave it. I didn't talk about Beast. Obviously, he's the only character that I've Cosmic Prestiged, so that should give you an idea of how I feel about him. He's my second favorite Marvel character in general, and I love the way that he is implemented here in the game, mostly because of how you can do movement. Because with the restrictions that they have put on the movement powers, where now we can't do it again after you use it 3 times, he has a lot of ways of compensating for that, essentially. So, yeah. But like I said, that's just my opinion. All of the characters are playable to level 10, so I advise you just try them all out. Don't take my word as gospel, because it most definitely is not. Try them out for yourself and see. Let's see. Luke Cage, Punisher, and War Machine. Nice. That's a good mix. That's a nice mix of characters. Taskmaster was the biggest disappointment. I can definitely see that. Taskmaster, they could have done so much more. So much more. A good build with Rogue, you mean? If you're talking about a good build with Rogue, then I absolutely agree. She is very difficult to build. Because you need to find the right powers, and you need to know what to do. Because, I mean, by far she is the most versatile hero, simply because she is not limited by the number of powers that you're able to, like, that. I mean, like, Beast has these powers, and that's it. Rogue, you've got so many powers, and every time a new hero is added, Rogue gets a new power. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So ridiculous. What is this? Oh yeah, the Mar-a-Lago thing. I heard about that on NPR. So, Rev just posted a thing in the chat where some Democrats in the House, I believe, put in a bill where the acronym is Mar-a-Lago. And it's about logging the visitors to specific locations. So it's hilarious. Well, they did the same thing with the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act is actually an acronym. And it's the acronym itself is USA Patriot. Let me look it up real quick because I'm curious. Because I know that it's an actual... let me see here. Uniting and strengthening America by providing appropriate tools required to intercept and obstruct terrorism Act of 2001. The USA Patriot Act of 2001. That it is an acronym. You know, if nothing else, Congress is amazing at making some quality acronyms that actually make sense. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, exactly, Jen. Exactly. It's a matter of figuring out how things are going to go together. And I remember there was a thread or two about Rogue and like basically making her a credit farmer because there are several powers that just allow her to get a whole bunch of money drops, like bonus money, which is a very viable way to play her. But yeah, like some people were like, awesome, let's do it. Who is that? Canon Trump 15, is that how you say that? Sorry, I don't know how to say that. I hope that's correct. But welcome! Great to have you on the stream. Alright, take care, Adam. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. And congrats! Congrats on winning the shiny. Go you. Hopefully we'll see you later. And also, since we're still here, two major announcements. First, I've got my giveaway. If you guys have not joined in my giveaway, please join in that. Let me get the link for you real quick. I died. Okay, we'll just leave myself dead for the time being. So let me get the link because I'm doing a Black Bolt Hero Pack giveaway. So and all you got to do is just answer a quick little poll question. So make sure that if you haven't done so already, put in your entry, like right meow. Let's see here. There we go. And look, Frozen Archer is here too. Holla at your Frozen Archer. So join in on that. Join in on that giveaway if you haven't done so already. Because it's for free Black Bolt, which is awesome. Oh, I'm sure that you're going to hack it, Juk. Mostly, I'm curious what the poll results are. It's kind of nice because I got quite a few entrants. So it's pretty sweet. It ends tomorrow, so make sure that you get your entries in now. The other big thing is that I'll be putting out a new straw poll for what I should play on Monday as well. And I'm thinking I'll put maybe 4 options. Here, let me go ahead and set one up real quick while I'm thinking about it. So let's do straw poll, and let's see, what can we do? What should Danny play Monday? Okay, so we'll do Marvel Heroes. We'll do Breath of the Wild. We'll do Civilization 5 or Dust. I think that's good options. Okay. Canon Trump. Okay, awesome. I always get confused when people use K's instead of C's and vice versa and all that kind of stuff. Because I know like some people are really super picky about how their names are pronounced. And I understand. I mean, for crying out loud, my name is Blutzpizza. My name came from people mispronouncing my name. So I understand. I understand the plight. But yeah, go ahead and vote in my straw poll. Go ahead and enter into the Black Bolt giveaway. Black Bolt giveaway ends tomorrow. So make sure that you enter it now. And, I mean, you guys know I just do my regular Monday streams. And I want you guys to have a say in what I play. I'm especially curious just because we were talking about it earlier. I'm just like, oh, okay, let's see what we can do here. So yeah, just let me know what all you would like. Let's see, we can go to Midtown. And I'll be going in probably about 15 minutes or so because I got to get to work. It's a long day today, you guys. Long day. My bosses keep emailing me. I'm excited. I get to go to a conference. It's in Ohio, though. Ugh.
This was hardly a malicious act.
But still. It's a conference. It's something to put on the CV. It's not as good as last time when I got to go to California. But still. It's better than nothing. There he is. I was like, I know there was a thing that said Manape.
I'm afraid that's beyond my capabilities.
And it's I see a ton of new people here. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, etc. about today and not today, but Marvel in general and all this kind of stuff, let me know. Because I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Or at least I can try to answer them. I don't know everything about the game. When am I going to the conference? The conference, it's not until like May. It's like mid-May. I don't remember exactly when. But yeah, it's a while away. Which is good because I still have a bunch of stuff to do for it. You know, like figure out what I'm going to say. I don't want to fight Manape all by myself. It's actually really... I just got a really important email. Let me see. Oh my god, so many emails. Oh no. Oh crap. That's crazy. Oh, shoot. Can that work? It can potentially work. Sorry, I'm just trying to think about how something is... How my weekend is going to play out now. Brarg. Hey, look, somebody else came to help. It's about freaking time. Was Magneto ever one of the Four Horsemen? It would make sense. Right? Wouldn't it make sense for him to be one of the Four Horsemen? I mean, he's got the attitude for it. You guys know, I just honestly don't know this stuff. It's kind of like DCUO, yes. Kind of. So the big difference is that with Marvel Heroes, the biggest thing is that you are playing as the actual people, and also this is an action RPG. It's not an MMORPG. So that's kind of the biggest thing. Yeah, where you in DCUO you're creating your own hero with your own powers and that kind of stuff, whereas in this you are playing as the actual canonical people, and it's an action RPG, so it's distinctly split into chapters. You've got exclusive user loot. You don't have split loot. You've got distinct waypoints that are part of the chapters. Let's see what else. You don't have nearly as... The questing is not as key. There's a lot more sort of like do whatever you want type of areas like this where it's big and open. Let me see what else. I think those are the big things I can think of. This actually does have raids as well. I kept asking if people wanted to go. Nobody were takers. But this does have raids, but it's really small raids. Honestly, I don't know if DCU has raids in it. I assume it does, but I don't know how big they are. With this, the raids are only 10 people. They're not like the classic WoW raids where it's like 40 people. It's ridiculous. Let me think. Pretty much all I can think of. Items are still a big thing. We do have that focus very similarly to MMOs. Yeah, that's all I can think of as far as the major differences. Yes and yes. You can absolutely play with others. Well, right now I'm not playing with anybody else. There's a bunch of other people in this instance. So let's see if we can find somebody. So over here are Crossbones. There's nobody over here, but actually you can play as people who are canonically heroes and villains. So if you look at our roster, so you can see like Black Cat, more a villain than not. Same thing with Doctor Doom and Elektra. Let me see who else. Got Green Goblin, or Jack-o'-lantern in my case. I got the enhanced costume. Let me see here. We don't have Sabretooth available as a playable character, but we do have Magneto. We've got... Who are the other major villains we've got? There's not a whole lot of villains. Taskmaster is villain. Ultron. Venom. But yeah, I mean, you can always play as anybody. And so you can see, like, there's a Magneto right there. So we're not on the same team, but we're in the same instance fighting the same bad guy. Again, the loot is exclusive. So any loot that drops on the screen is my loot. Anything that is in my inventory that I drop on the ground can then be picked up by anybody. If it's droppable. Not everything is droppable. But yeah, it's there are distinct features between the action RPGs and the MMORPGs. And as far as I know, those are the main ones. We do have PvP. It's not often utilized. I've actually streamed PvP several times. I am absolutely horrible at it. There's a handful of people who are on this almost exclusively for PvP. Frankly, it's been a backseat for the developers. We've only got a single PvP arena. It's not too frequently occupied. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. More often than not, you'll be fighting the same people over and over, though. Definitely not a primary focus, but it does exist, yes. It's not nearly as much as some of the other things. You do have PvP-specific gear, though. So, like, you can get specific rings and a couple other items that actually allow you to do additional damage to other players. That's the only time you can damage other players, though, is if you're in the PvP arena. And I'll just show you that real quick so you can see it, just for the sake of completeness. So here's our waypoint. If we go to the challenges, then you see we've got the PvP right here. So essentially you join in the queue, and then you're in a 5 versus 5, attacking one another, trying to defeat the other group's giants and like the big statue at the end, whether it's the fire side or the ice side. So yeah, it's pretty simple. If you want, you can see some of my videos about it. Mostly they're pretty hilarious because I'm terrible at it. But then if we go to one of the hub areas, then I can show you where you get the stuff. I think it's mostly rings, but they're rings specific for PvP. Like, they do damage to other players. So their only use is in the PvP arenas.
Is this a hero that stands before me?
So, like, let me see here. Oh, I guess they do attributes now. Awesome. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why. So there's the Signet of Odin. Or hit, drop a Glyphstone. So Glyphstones are used in PvP arenas. And then you see at the bottom, you get damage rating against players. So again, very specific for the PvP arenas. All of these things are. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat stuff. And you get the Crowns of Valor. I don't have very many because I don't PvP very frequently. I have on occasion, but very, very rarely. So yeah, there you go, PvP. I know it's a big thing for a lot of MMO players to have the PvP thing, and unfortunately, it's just it's not a major focus of this particular game. The bigger selling points and the bigger things for this game is the fact that it's like free to play. You're playing as the actual Marvel characters, which is something that a lot of people appreciate. So, yeah, there's good stuff. Whoa! So, this is a good example, just again to wrap it up. All of this stuff on the ground, only I can see. Which is nice, because there's not like a mad dash. We don't have to worry about like DKP, although I don't know if anybody uses DKP anymore. I haven't played WoW in more than a decade at this point. Right about a decade. I did play Burning Crusade, but that was essentially it. I went all the way in Burning Crusade. But yeah, there you go. So I hope that helps a little bit at least. Just as a intro. Also, what's that? So Rev or Jukacha posted a thing. Ooh, Justice League. Nice. I am curious to watch the Justice League movie. Although I'm really worried about the Justice League movie with the way that DC has been doing movies lately. Like the Wonder Woman movie looks really good. But by the same token, Batman vs Superman looked really good too. And meh. Aquaman! That's all that anybody really cares about at this point, is the fact that we've got freaking Khal Drogo playing Aquaman. We do have Cyborg, which is pretty neat. And of course they've been killing it with Flash. I don't know. I can't help but notice that in this trailer they don't have Superman. Just saying.
You earned every one.
Maybe it's one of those things where we'll just get like a glimpse of Superman at the end of the trailer or something.
Afraid that's beyond my capabilities.
Just saying, there's a whole lot of no Superman in this Justice League trailer. Here's Aquaman.
Perhaps I've overdone it.
He's got like a pentadent instead of a trident. In the entire trailer, not a glimpse of Superman. I'm curious about that. I didn't hear the audio, so I don't know what's actually going on, but still. It's rather worrisome. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Wonder Woman I am genuinely excited for. That looked really freaking good. I mean, the last thing that the comic book movie world needs is for, like, the first female heroine-led movie to do poorly. I mean, just like, what was it, I guess it was like a year ago, or maybe a couple years ago at this point, when Ronda Rousey was campaigning to be Captain Marvel, which I totally would have watched. Helm of the Sky Father. I prefer the Earth Father because it means I don't have to move. Actually, Blaze, if you want, you can check out my Big Giant guide. So I made like a comprehensive guide for this game. And as part of it, it's like what to do at level 60. So obviously I would recommend that because I made it. But several other people have made decent guides for the game. But yeah, you'll be able to find something. But yeah, in my guide, I go over like how to get decent gear as a new level 60, how to like prepare for raids, how to go through raids, all that kind of stuff. A lot of the information is outdated, but you can check out my updates because I've done a bunch of updates to it, like update videos. Where is my guide? That is a good question. Let me see here. Let me pull it up real quick. We got to go to the YouTubes. Hang on, let me go to safety real quick. Okay. There we go. Marvel Heroes Beginner Guide, version 3.0.
You need a website.
Okay. There you go. So that should help at least a little bit. Let me think. I'll go through just one more round here. Or one more boss wave, and then I'll be done. And let me post one more time. Oh, thank you so much. Who was that? Who's follow? Blaze, thank you so much for the follow. So a couple of things. Make sure that you vote in my straw poll for what I will play on Monday, since all of you are here. So there's the straw poll link. And then make sure that you enter into my Black Bolt Hero Pack giveaway. And that's the other link that I just posted. So if you have not done so already, make sure that you enter both of those. So for those of you who are new, I stream basically Mondays and Saturdays. Mondays I stream in the evening. Saturdays I stream at this time. Very, very rarely I'll do midweek streams. Mostly I'm working so much I can't. But essentially I've taken to doing these little straw polls just to see what people want to see me play. And earlier today we were talking a lot about what to play. So after we're done with the hood here, I will go on ahead and head out because I got to get to work. But if you all have any quick questions, do let me know. And I will be happy to help out as best as I can. And like I said, that guide that I posted, the YouTube guide, it's got annotations on it, so I recommend watching on like a computer, a desktop, or a laptop, because you'll be able to go to, you know, like, here's what to do at level 60 type of things. Or like the end game portion, I think is what I called it. I honestly don't remember now. But either way, and then I have a bunch of update videos and other posts and stuff to help all you guys out. Incidentally, I think somebody mentioned Mac to Monster earlier, and that we missed Mac to Monster. I kind of do too. He had some really nice videos. For those of you who aren't aware, Mac to Monster was he was a regular YouTube blogger, Marvel Heroes / other game player. And he would make build guides for individual characters, and they were actually pretty good. He did a good job with like the production quality, and he was good at explaining things, so it was nice. But he hasn't been around in months. I don't know if he just stopped playing or what the deal was. It's unfortunate though. That is correct, Jackflip. So right now, the only bonus that we get for doing prestiges is we get a costume and the name of your character changes color, and you can also get special pets. That's pretty much it. Cosmic especially is ridiculous because Cosmic takes so long to do. It takes, I think, 26 times the XP to get to level 60 as Cosmic. And that's why this is taking me so long. But yeah, essentially you get a free costume out of it, and you get the privilege of using special pets. So I believe they're here, if I'm not mistaken. So here, these guys, the Iron Buddies. So we've got the green, blue, purple, orange, red, and cosmic, and those are associated with the different prestige levels. Essentially, you can buy them at any time, but you can only equip them if you are at level 60 of that particular prestige. So like for Beast here, I'm working on Cosmic Prestige right now, so I can't use the Cosmic yet, but I can use the red one because I've gone to Prestige 5, level 60. So, yeah. But mostly you get a costume and exactly that prestige. Like, you don't get power bonuses or anything along those lines. Unfortunately, it doesn't... I mean, not really unfortunately. It's nice because I would much rather they don't do that. Ravager Spotlight. What does that look like? Oh, when you Brutal Strike... never mind then. I'm always curious about that stuff, but never too interesting. Incidentally, now everybody can see that, so anybody can pick it up. Wilfred Wong has amazing videos. He's kind of like me, where he does a lot of like generalized guide videos, but he also does some very nice specialized videos as well. And I think he's probably the most popular because for the longest time, like he and Null Rage were really, really close, but Null Rage has sort of gone down as far as the output that he's done. Same thing like with Mac to Monster. I mean, Mac to Monster we haven't heard from in quite a while. But Wilfred Wong is definitely good. Oh, you can't understand him. Okay. Yeah, accents are always difficult. Well, either way, for that, I'm going to have to get going because it is my time. Thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you so much, especially to the new people. You guys are awesome. It's great to have you all. It's great to have a nice little crowd, nice little discussion. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure that you enter into my straw poll. And if you haven't done so already, check out the Facebooks and the Twitters so that you can see all my new posts. I'm going to repost those gradually to remind you guys. And yeah, make sure that you enter in. Let me know what you want to see me play on Monday. And enter to win that Black Bolt because I'm going to do the drawing tomorrow at midnight. Eastern, no, not Eastern, but Pacific time. So California time. And so that's going to be like essentially midnight Monday morning. So there's just over a full 24 hours left. So make sure that you guys enter into that. Take care. Thank you so very much for being here and hope to see you guys on Monday.